Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kadash. This is your brother Elder Ayathun, back at you with another video. I want to say double honors to the apostles. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. Today's date is December 18th, 2023. This news came out 13 hours ago. And it says North Korea test fires most advanced ballistic missile with potential to reach the entire U.S., meaning that this advanced missile that North Korea is test firing can potentially reach or hit any target across the entire United States. This is major news. This is major news, and this is confirming that the prophecy of the Most High is well underway. And the prophecy I'm referring to is a prophecy of World War III, which is a war which will be fought like no other war has been before in the history of man, and that is a nuclear war. Not even an atomic war, but a nuclear war. So today I want to highlight Isaiah 14 and 10. This is a main scripture I want to highlight, but before we go here, I want to touch on some other scriptures. So let's go to Isaiah 9 and 5. Isaiah 9 and 5 says this: "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." Now, this is a prophetic verse, and this verse is highlighting, going through history, how historically all battles for all the major kingdoms that have reigned on the planet Earth, all previous battles have been fought with what you would call a hand-to-hand combat. Swords, shields, bucklers, arrows, spears, slings, catapults, daggers. This war that is spoken about here is going to be a new war, a war that will be fought with burning and fuel of fire, in reference to what? Nuclear war. Now, here, I want to bring up Daniel's image. And Daniel's image, rolls into this because, pursuant to the scripture we just read in Isaiah 9 and 5, so Daniel's image, and this is an image that Nebuchadnezzar had. So they like to call it Daniel's image, but this is really Nebuchadnezzar's image. And Daniel, the prophet Daniel, broke down the image to Nebuchadnezzar, and he broke it down saying that this image represents all the kingdoms that will reign on a planet Earth. And ultimately this image will be destroyed by a great millstone, which represents Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And when he comes to destroy this image, meaning to destroy this image and to destroy this modern kingdom, America, because when you go into this prophecy, it is America that upholds this entire image. America is at the feet, at the bottom, upholding this entire image. And the way that America will be destroyed will be with advanced technological weaponry, aka nuclear destruction. Now, if we go to Isaiah 54 and 16, it says this: "Behold, I," and the I here is talking about the Most High Yahweh, "I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." So the Most High said he has created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Now, if we go back to this image, Each one of these kingdoms, from the Babylonian Empire to the Medo-Persian, all the way down to the Romans and now to America, they've all had blacksmiths. Today they are known as scientists. Scientists create the new advanced technology weapons that interface with satellites and radar and intercontinental technology. America still has your traditional blacksmiths, which create weapons from fire and steel, like pistols and guns and swords and daggers and machetes and slingshots. But throughout history, these kings of these different kingdoms hired the most skilled blacksmith they could find within their kingdom and had them work directly under the king's army to create and to invent new weapons that would give this kingdom an edge. Now, scholars have broken this image down. As you can see, it's got the different kingdoms here: Babylonian, Medo-Persian, Greek, Rome. But what many scholars either don't know or don't point out is that the metals that represent the different kingdoms, like the gold for the Babylonians and the silver, and the Greeks had the bronze, the Romans the iron. Each kingdom that came after the other was more powerful than its previous kingdom. So the Most High gave them smiths, blacksmiths, that created weaponry that was superior to the kingdom that they overcame, because it is the Most High that directs the battles. It is the Most High that raises up a kingdom and brings down another kingdom. Yahushua said that the keys to hell and death, he holds them. So it is the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, who controls which kingdom remains and which kingdom goes down. And he'll do this by giving the kingdom he wants to give the edge to superior weapons. Their blacksmiths will create a superior weapon. Now, I'm not going to do this in this lesson, but if you take the time and you Google the weapons of each of these kingdoms, you will find that each kingdom, as the timeline progresses and these different kingdoms are ruling, which have the stronger metals but less valuable metals, that they won these wars by having superior weaponry. Now, the weaponry the Most High gave America was something called the atomic bomb. Let me get that in the scriptures. Gave America the atomic bomb. Revelation 13:13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And he did this initially, which caused a worldwide scare with the atomic bomb, which he dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. And the whole world was shook and bowed their knee to America. Let's read this again. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in a fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And that smith in this case was Mr. Oppenheimer. And the Most High gave him the technology and the wits, the wisdom to create the atomic bomb. Now, the Most High has given the wisdom to create something called the nuclear bomb. Now, before I go on, we can go into this video here. Let's play a little bit of this, and then we'll proceed.
North Korea has test-fired what is believed to be its most advanced intercontinental ballistic missile yet, in a defiant show of force against the United States and South Korea. Both sides drawing closer and holding talks on containing Pyongyang's weapons program, while North Korea vows to deepen ties with China to safeguard common interests.
This was North Korea's second weapons test in 2 days and the country's fifth ICBM launch this year. The missile was fired from near Pyongyang. South Korean and Japanese officials said it traveled for about 73 minutes, covering 1,000 kilometers before landing to the east in waters between the Korean peninsula and Japan. South Korea says the ICBM used solid fuel. Such missiles are easier to transport and can be fired with less warning, as they do.
Did you hear that? This missile has solid fuel. Let me rewind that. Because what did we read here? Remember Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Are easier to transport and can be fired with less warning, as they do not need to be fueled prior to launch. The Japanese Defense Ministry's preliminary assessment.
Because the fuel is already in the missile, so they don't need to be fueled.
Indicates the missile has a range of over 15,000 kilometers, depending on the weight of the warhead. This means it would be capable of targeting anywhere in the United States.
Well, they've gotten a lot of practice this year. They've launched about 5 intercontinental ballistic missiles over the year, and since 2022, they've launched about 100 missiles of different ranges, different types. And the more practice you do, the more you can look at how things are going, make necessary adjustments, and you get better and better.
Pyongyang earlier accused Washington and Seoul of raising tensions in the region with drills, displays of force, and what it calls nuclear war planning. It threatened to take more.
Howard Shai spoke about what? Wars and rumors of war. We are hearing about rumors of war, nuclear war.
Countermeasures. Coinciding with the launch, China and North Korea held a high-level meeting in Beijing. The allies reaffirmed their commitment to deepening cooperation, while China reiterated its call for peace.
半岛问题错综复杂，形势的发展演变充分证明，试图通过军事威慑施压解决问题的办法是行不通的，只会适得其反，进一步激化矛盾，加剧紧张。对话协商才是解决半岛问题的根本之道。
But analysts doubt the impact dialogue and diplomacy will have on stabilizing the region.
We've been trying this for 30 years or so, and nothing has worked in terms of diplomacy.
Okay, so let's go to Isaiah 14 and 10. It says, all they shall speak. Well, let's start at 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. And who is the Most High talking to here? The Most High is referring to the rulers of this kingdom, the elites that rule over America, and they rule over the entire world. The Most High is speaking to them. Hell, meaning death, destruction, your end, from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. In other words, death is chasing. Death is running up on you, on America. Death is running up on the elites of America. Hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. And the dead is referring to the other nations, other rulers of the world. The Most High is stirring them up, getting them prepared for war. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And this is why they're here meeting. These are the different kings of the different nations, and they are here meeting, discussing how they're going to conduct this new war, this third world war. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And if we jump real quick to Joel chapter 3, verse 9, it says this: proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, the other nations, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Now this is a world war, so this is going to be all the nations. The Most High is going to wake all them up. He's starting with the big dogs, such as North Korea, Russia. Prepare, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is putting a spirit on these other nations, on the world, to invest their dollars, to invest their money, their budget into warfare, creating new missiles. They're testing a new missile, a new advanced missile. Now, America itself, if I could find it here. Let me see for it. You can see here, America itself, this is dated November 5th, 2023, is pouring their budget into creating new weapons themselves because they also have to prepare for war. They know what's coming. It says here, according to reports, right here, the United States' new B-61 nuclear gravity bomb will be designated B-61-13. According to reports, the new bomb is estimated to be 360 kilotons, which is roughly 24 times more powerful than the blast that destroyed Hiroshima. So do you see how the scriptures are all coming to life? See, we got an image of this. This isn't exactly it. But a gravity bomb is a bomb which is dropped from an airplane. It's not self-propelled. So this would be a bomb that they would put on their fighter planes and they would drop them, just like they did with Fat Boy and Little Boy. Okay? But the point is, the Most High, as he directed, as I said earlier, the Most High directs the kings of the earth. He directs them to war. So they're doing just as they're being directed. They're preparing for war, and they're putting their budget, taking their budget out of farming and cultivation and construction and pouring the budget into what? Warfare, into their military. And let the weak say, I'm strong. How are they strong? Because now they have nuclear technology. They have nuclear technology to match America. Let's play a little bit more of this. Let's skip this guy here.
So there's really no way of talking the North Koreans out of this. Provide support for them. The Russians have off and on, and they're certainly deeper with North Korea than they ever have been. So there's really no way of talking the North Koreans out of this.
In other words, war is inevitable. And no, you cannot talk to North Koreans because they're doing the Most High's will.
South Korea, Japan, and the U.S. have condemned the recent weapons tests and say they are working on a coordinated response to this latest provocation.
So here we go, United States condemning North Korea for testing their missiles when America is doing the same thing with their warships and their different military crafts. But does North Korea care? No. Let's go back to Isaiah 14. What's North Korea's response? Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? North Korea doesn't care that United States does not like that they're testing their nuclear missiles, because their attitude now is like, look, we're on the same playing field as you. We're all on the same playing field now, because there was a time where the other nations would not dare to test fire any missiles because they were afraid of America. But the other nations, the kings of these other nations, are not afraid anymore. The Most High removed that fear from them because he also gave them the technology, the nuclear technology, to fire back, which is exactly what they will do according to prophecy. Now let's go back to Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Again, the instrument are the different weaponries that have been invented and created throughout the ages, throughout history. And I have created the waster to destroy. The Most High then gave the ultimate technology, which he refers to as a waster. But the modern day blacksmiths, aka the scientists, call this the nuclear missile. So anyway, with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified, and I'm going to say Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
The fresh round of provocations by
Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. To the next one. Shalom.